What's up, collectors? P Rockzilla back again, and today we're going to be taking a look at the S.H.Figuarts Android 18 from the Dragon Ball Super. This is the version from the Tournament of Power, where her and Android 17 jump into the tournament to kind of save the universe. I did get Android 17 in the mail also. These two came into the mail about a day or two ago. So I had to jump on the review for these because I don't have these in my collection. I missed out on the original version, so I had to pick these up once they were announced. So I do have 17. Like I said, I'm going to review for 17 later on. I wanted to jump on 18 first because to me, I don't know, I like that character a little bit more. So I'm super happy to have these. Finally have the Android pair in my collection. I still would love to get the original costume versions, but for now, for the price, I don't want to spend that. So I'm happy with this right now. So I'm excited. So let's get the review started. Dale. Let's take a look at the box before we get the figure outside the box. So in the front, you got your official sticker there. Funimation, another sticker, official sticker there. Now, these do have bootlegs made for them, so you got to be careful and make sure you look for these. If you buy these in the aftermarket, they don't, I'm not sure if they have them yet, but this line tends to have bootlegs made for them, so just keep an eye out for that. You got your Bluefin sticker there, a couple poses with Android 18, another picture of Android 18 right there. On the side, more pictures of her. Top, left side, just her name, Android 18. All right, let's get her out the box. This is what you agreed with once you get the figure out the box. Let's get the box out the way, and let's get the top of the clamshell out the way. So once you remove all that, this is what you have. You have the figure with all the different face sculpts, power effect, hands in the gloves. I'm sorry, hands in the pockets, different hair sculpt, and all different type of hands. And the figure. So of course, let's get the figure out and all the accessories so we can take a closer look at everything that comes in the package. And there we have Android 18 laid out with all her accessories. So of course, let's take a look at the figure first. And we'll see how she looks compared to the cartoon. Or the anime. I keep saying cartoon, I'm sorry, fans. Anime. So you look, she always has that stern face, so that's pretty accurate. Let's take a closer look. Oh, look at the little culito. You can see, so this is like the jumpsuit that she wore in Dragon Ball Super. Now, one thing I'm always curious about, maybe I have to watch it again, but if someone in the comments can remind me, she's an android, and her and Krillin have a child together. How is it possible she can have a child if she's like an android? I never understood that, or maybe I missed that episode, and I don't recall how that's possible, or maybe they did a wish with the Dragon Ball. I'm not sure, but if someone can just remind me, let me know. I was always, curious about that. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the articulation on the figure. So she can move her head, can go all the way around. That is a little kind of ugly, the seam line there, but you don't see it from the front, especially from this side. So it could be hidden pretty good when you do a pose. All right, so then the head does go not much far up because the hair catches the back of the jacket, but she could look down very good, as you can see. So she probably can look down at Krillin and like, yo, what you doing? All right, so we go here. The hands can, now if you see this part right here, you try to put the hands, that can get in the way. So what you have to do is kind of pull it and tuck it under that piece right there. So if you want to get more articulation, you got to tuck it under the jacket piece. And then she can get the T-pose. She has twist at the bicep. But then again, same thing with the pattern, always not matching. So that's an OCD thing I have. That's going to be an issue for me. Well, not really a big issue, but I just got to make sure when I pose, I got to make sure the line matches up. And then you get double jointed elbows. So that's very nice. And then the hands can go about that far. They can do a full 360, but I don't really want to do that. They can do full 360. They can go, let's see, like this one right here. It's like it's catching a little bit. That joint's not really turning there. All right, so hands can go up. Put the hands in. Arms, I mean. All right, so we have that. Double jointed. So let's go for the ab crunch. You can go back very good. She has no problem doing the limbo. And then she can go forward with the ab crunch. Very good too. She has articulation, waist, upper chest, I guess, or lower chest articulation. And then she can articulate not too much at the waist. Looks like the top portion has more. But you get 2 points of articulation at the upper or lower boobage. I don't know what you want to call that. And then, like, at the waist and stuff. So then let's look at the legs. The legs can go far up. So she can go not as far. I wonder if you got to pull this. Yeah, so it kind of gets hindered right there. If you look there, that layer piece right there kind of hits the jacket, bottom of the jacket. So it can go further up. She does have double jointed knees. So you get the full bend on the knee. Very nice. And is hidden very well. I like that S.H.Figuarts is starting to learn better from that. Then you get the legs. I mean, the feet go down about that far up or down. They go that far up. And they do twist at the ankle. Also, you do get toe articulation. And the toes can go that far up. So these are always awesome for dynamic posing and battle scene poses. All right, so let's see how far she can do a split. Let's bring these hands back up. Arms and the legs, yeah, they kind of hinder the legs. Like, so she can't do the full split. So not too bad. And then can't really go back much because the butt part, the plastic part right there keeps hitting. So you can't go far back, but you could go pretty far forward. So you can do somewhat of a gymnastic pose right there. All right, so that's pretty much with the articulation. Now to swap out the faces, with most of these, you take the bangs out first, as you can see there. And then you just pull the head. Why am I messing up? Pull the face right out. And then you go ahead and swap it with a different face. You can do this one if you want. As you can see, there's 2 holes there. And the 2 pegs here go right into the hole. And then you can put the bangs back on. And then you have a different face sculpt. So let's go ahead and take a look at the accessories. Now, this right here is cool. I always like this. Now, I'm not sure when they first started doing this, but the first figure I had that had something like this was my Hit. Hit has the same thing where you can put the hands in the pockets. And I love the way that looks. So as you can see, this is the part where you will unplug from the figure. You'll unplug that portion right here from the bicep swivel. And then you'll just plug that into there. More likely, I'm going to have her pose like this one of my final poses. So I'll show you guys how that looks. Then she does come with a blast effect. Pretty decent paint job. Has a little silver there. This is like a clear, glittery plastic right there to go with the yellow part. And then you got the silver in the top. The peg in the bottom right there is for the specific hands. If you look at her hands here, she has 2 specific hands that can hold that blast effect. They have the peg there. You just go ahead and slide that in there. And there you go. So now she can hold the blast effect in her hand. Ready for battle. I'll just leave that on there for now. And then let's look at the other face sculpt she has. So she has the yelling face sculpt. Definitely an action battle scene pose. I like the way the mouth looks. Like, it's not just painted. It's actually, if you look real close, it's actually sculpted. There's depth in the mouth. So that's awesome. Then you get the other one that she kind of came with already. No, this is a different one. Just like a little stern, a little smirk look. I love her blue eyes. And then this is the one she came with out the package. Kind of a mean look. She always looks pretty mean. Poor Krillin. And then this is the other face sculpt I swapped it out with. More of a teeth showing grin. And then you have the different hair. Now, just curious. Okay, so the difference is this is more of an action here. So as you can see, the hair is flying back a little bit in the bottom portion. This is just straight down. And let's see if it looks different from the front. Not much different from the front, except for this bang part right here. And the same thing from the side. So obviously this is when you're doing a dynamic battle scene. You want to swap out and put that hair on her. And then she does come with these separate hands. It's kind of a blast hand. And then kind of a gripping action hand. And this is the stopping the blast type hand, or telling the person stop moving, red light, green light. And then you get another semi-gripping hand. All right, so there we go. We took a look at everything that she comes with, all the accessories, and the head will come off. Let me see. So yes, you basically, if you look under there, you can see the peg. That's where you will swap out the head. So you basically just pull it off. And once again, I'm gonna probably have her pose with this, so I'll show you guys in depth when I have the pose. And you basically just pull the head out and then plug this one right into there. And then same thing, this one has the bangs. Take the bangs off if you want to put a different face on there. We can basically do the action one like this. And there we go. You do this like this, because more likely this is the one I would use for that, since it's a dynamic flowing hair. And there you go. All right, so let's get her set up for a size comparison. And there is Android 18 with the hands in the pocket. And it was pretty simple to swap out, no problems at all. So pretty smooth transition swapping out the arms. But I want to get her for the size comparison. So let's go ahead and bring in another figure, like I mentioned before, that first figure I had that came with hands in the pocket. And that's going to be Hit. Also from the... Actually, no, he wasn't in the tournament power. Yeah, I think he was, if I remember correctly. All right, so we got Hit there. Let's move him back a little bit more. And then let's go ahead and bring in another figure. And this is going to be the S.H.Figuarts Ultra Instinct Goku. So as you can see how she stands compared to them so far. And then let's go ahead and bring in another person from the tournament power. And that's going to be Jiren. So there we have where Jiren. And last but not least, not in the tournament power, but one of my favorite characters. And I kind of want to get him in there because I haven't had him in the video yet. So this is going to be the normal version of Broly. That's my boy there. Let's move him back. Let's move just a little bit more. Broly's a little bit bigger than I thought. I keep forgetting. Oh, don't fall on me, baby. There we go. Let's fix her head. And let's move this guy over and Broly can come in better. All right, so there we go. There we have this full set of all S.H.Figuarts Dragon Ball Z figures. And you can see how she would fit in your display. How she would squeeze into your either DTOF or whatever bookshelf or however you have your figures displayed. So she fits in perfectly. This is how she really was height-wise in the show, in the anime. So looks accurate to me and I enjoy it. All right, so let's get the final thoughts and final poses. So now we have Android 18 kicking Jiren in the face with all her might. But of course, everybody knows Jiren's a bad dude. And he doesn't feel nothing. Just stands there like, yo, that's the best you got, chica? This figure poses great. I like the fact that I was able to get that kicking pose. She does that in the original Dragon Ball before she had the jumpsuit on. So I kind of wanted to mimic that pose that she had. And like I said, I want to throw Jiren there. Jiren's a cool character. He kind of wore on me as the show went on. But everybody knows Jiren, like, that's not going to hurt Jiren. Jiren's just like, come on, for real? So there she goes, posing it. Now, I swapped out the head, and it was very simple to swap out the heads. When you take the figure off, the peg comes off easily. And another thing is, it was a little tricky once you put the arms with the hands in the pockets. It is a little tricky to get them off because you got to kind of angle the hands going forward and then pull it from that way. So that was a little tricky. But other than that, swapping out the hands, the hair and the head, everything else was simple. And I just love the way that she poses. I wish that her lower like ab crunch was a little bit better so she can kind of like hunch over more with this kick. But for now, it accomplishes what I wanted to get. And you have that cool scene where Jiren just about to, he took that hit from her and he's like, all right, I give you the first hit. Now it's my turn next. So is Android 17 gonna come help her? I don't know. We'll see the next review when I get him up there. Maybe I'll do another battle scene to continue this and throw Android 17 in there to kind of help out 18. But I like the figure. Still kind of upset that I missed out on the original releases, but I'm super happy to have these in to hold me over until I can get my hands on the original versions. And these came out cool. Like I said, I love the different face sculpts that she has. They all look accurate to the cartoon. I keep saying it, damn it. Cartoon, anime. They all look accurate to the anime. The accessories are cool. I wish she came with her own base and stand, which I had to grab this from a different Dragon Ball Z figure I have. But I kind of wish that it did come with the base. And that's one thing that S.H.Figuarts kind of skimps out on is the base and stands. Knowing that the fact that most of these characters do all these crazy high flying in the air kind of action poses and stuff like that. So I know they sell the bases separate, which kind of sucks. It should come with the figure. At least for these, event exclusive ones. Should have came with the figure. But it is what it is, and I'm enjoying the figure so far, and I'm gonna have so much fun posing these figures around and having different pictures taken. I might just do some outside pictures with them, as you know, I feel like it would natural light will kind of bring out some detail a little bit more. But I like the figure so far, so I'm hoping Android 17 is gonna be on the same level, maybe hopefully a little bit more ab crunch for Android 17. So I like him. I like him and I like her. I like both characters in the show. Finally happy to have her in hand. Here's Android 18 in her final pose. The pose, more likely, I'll keep her in my display because I want to have Android 17 standing kind of next to her, back to back, in some somewhat similar pose because they're known for basically teaming up together as they are brother and sister. But I'm liking this figure. I like this figure. I still wish I had the original ones. I like the costumes of the original ones better, but this is a good placeholder until, like I said, until I can get my hands on the older ones, hopefully with a reissue or repaint version. Because like I said, I don't want to spend that money on these small scale figures. But I'm happy with this figure right now. She will quench my appetite right for now for this figure. I have fun posing her. As you can see, I tried my best. My OCD. Look at that left shoulder. Oh, that's driving me crazy. Look at the zigzags on those lines. They're not lining up. But the negative part is that shoulder piece, it stays stagnant at one point. It can move up and down sideways, but you can't twist it. So it was super hard to kind of try to keep the lines straight. I got the line straight throughout the whole other parts of the costume. You can see the legs there and the other arm that's, she's pointing the hand up like, yo, chill, get back. Those lined up perfectly fine. It's just that left hand, that left arm, man. And that's one of the things with these type of figures where they have those straight lines and straight patterns. Is always an issue trying to have it lined up when you want to do somewhat dynamic poses or some kind of poses. But other than that, the only negative, like I said before, is the ab crunch. I wish she had more of a forward ab crunch. Doesn't have much going, she has better going back than going forward. But I like the figure, man. She's came out better than I thought. Hopefully Android 17 is going to surprise me just as much. I'm happy to have this set together. I can't wait to review Android 17 and do some poses with him and her together. But for now, she's going to do fine for me. And I can't wait to have her in my display. So as always, people, I hope you enjoyed this review. If you did, please hit that like, subscribe button, as it does help my channel out. And it will continue allowing me to give you guys great content and share my passion with you. So as always, keep collecting, stay safe, be good, get all 7 Dragon Balls, dale.